everyone, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Caitlin, and if you are new here, we talk about all things girly and all things smell good. So if you like that type of content, I hope you stay. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top picks to wear on Halloween, whether you're going trick-or-treating or to an office party or to just a Halloween party, costume party. I wanted to share with you guys some of the fragrances that I would personally pick to wear on Halloween, like I said, to the parties or whatever. When I think of Halloween, I think of like candy and marshmallows and popcorn balls and just all of the sweet, yummy things like caramel apples, things like that. I feel like are just the epitome of what Halloween smells like. And Halloween just so happens to be one of my favorite holidays ever. I think it's fun. I like the folklore. I like the spooky vibes, the dark, mysterious vibes of Halloween. So with that being said, before I get started, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, let me know what you guys are going to be wearing for Halloween. I want to know what your costumes are, so leave that in the comments down below. Leave me a comment of what your scent of the day is going to be for Halloween, or if you have like a layering combo. I would love to hear those from you guys. So I have a few perfumes, I have a few fragrance mists. I'm gonna kind of go back and forth between the perfumes and the mists. You don't just have to wear like a high-end perfume on Halloween to smell good. You can still wear like a body mist, fragrance mist, something on the more affordable side if you still want to smell good, you still want to smell like a sweet treat. So first up, I'm gonna start with a Kayali perfume. And if you couldn't have guessed it already, this is going to be Eden Juicy Apple. So to me, this one is more like a candied apple, like a sweet kind of creamy bubblegummy candied apple. There's not really like any caramel or anything, but it does still give me the vibes of like the sweet candy, like the apple candies, or literally just like one of the apples that are dipped in like the sugar coating and it gets a little bit hard. That is what it smells like to me. I think this would be perfect to wear on Halloween, especially if you're going somewhere fun or if you're going trick-or-treating. I feel like it's not too serious. It just kind of gives like a fun, flirty vibe while you still smell like candy, you still smell like a snack. But I love this scent. You see the dent? The dent is there. I love layering this. And I think if you want to sweeten this one up a little bit, or if you want to make it a little more sultry, kind of edible, add Vanilla 28 or add like a more caramel leaning perfume. I see some people layer Casablanca with it by Swiss Arabian. I actually decluttered that one. I'm not a fan of that one. I don't think it smells good. It smells like gasoline to me. So I would not recommend that one personally, but I do see a lot of people say that they love it. They love layering it with Kayali, Eden Juicy Apple. So this would be a great option on its own, but you do have some really nice layering options to wear with this one, which actually kind of brings me into my next perfume that I have to recommend for you guys to wear on Halloween. That is Wicked from Victoria's Secret. I actually love layering these together. These smell amazing together. I love like the brown sugar, the vanilla in this one. It's like a sultry brown sugar type of scent. So like maybe if you can't afford Kayali or you just want to spend the money on the Vanilla 28, this is not a dupe. This is not an alternative, I would say. But if you're just looking for something to layer with Eden Juicy Apple, I think this is great. I think this is fantastic on its own. And to me, this one honestly smells like a niche perfume, just like a really nice high-end niche vanilla brown sugar scent. It's sweet, it's sultry, it literally just smells like the most yummy snack, like I don't want to say you're going to smell like a straight up cookie, because this one does have like a perfume kind of essence to it. It's like I said, so perfumey, but it does just have enough sweetness in there, like enough sugary sweetness, that you're not going to walk around smelling like a $5, $10 body mist. You're still gonna smell high-end, but edible at the same time. So I think that's gonna be perfect to wear on Halloween. Like I said, you can wear Eden on its own, you can wear it with this, or you can wear this on its own. This just happens to be one of my all-time favorite perfumes from Victoria's Secret. It is discontinued, but I know a lot of you guys was able to get your hands on it during the semi-annual sale. So pull this one out if you want to smell like sweet and kind of sexy, sultry, but still snackish on Halloween. This is definitely a great affordable option. So next up we'll go with the body mist, and this, obviously I had to pull this one out. This is Into the Night. I feel like this just screams Halloween. I think I've made a video for like the last 2 years on what to wear for Halloween, and I'm pretty sure this has made the video every single time. This one is just sexy, sultry, night out. It kind of gives like that dark, sexy vibe, femme fatale. I do not think that this smells like a body mist. I still think this smells just like a high-end expensive perfume. It's been compared to Trape Reeves. I'm not sure how you say it, from Louis Vuitton. I haven't smelled that one, but I see a lot of people say that it smells just like it. This one has notes of raspberry noir, amber crystals, velvety rose petals, creamy patchouli, and mocha musk. So it is, like I said, dark, sultry. And if you're like me, for someone who likes to smell just kind of very dark, sexy, you just want to give those like the nighttime vibes on Halloween, I think this is the perfect option, especially if you're on a budget but you still want to smell rich and expensive, sultry, and just sexy. I think Into the Night would be the absolute perfect option. I don't care if you have $300 and $400 fragrances. This is still should always be in the front of your collection. I know some people don't like it, but I love it, and I don't care how many perfumes I get, this is always going to be front and center. So next up, this is also going to be semi-affordable. This is still on the higher end, in my opinion, of like Middle Eastern fragrances. But this is Oud Tonka, Shakof Oud Tonka by Swiss Arabian. Now this one is like a powdery, kind of fluffy almond. It smells like an almond pastry, or like an almond croissant, toasted. It's just warm, it's cozy. It doesn't necessarily have like that cherry vibe like a lot of almond fragrances do, but I do get a little bit of like maybe like a cherry filling, like a powdery cherry filling in this one. I love this one so much. It's comforting, it's sweet, and I do really feel like this would be great to wear on Halloween. Or like to a party, office party especially. I think this would be great for that. And you guys, if my voice keeps going in and out, it's because I've been working all day. I've been on phones all day long, so my voice is just non-existent sometimes, so just bear with me. Yeah, this one's not gonna be like your sexy, sultry type of perfume or anything like that, but I do feel like this is just a great option if you still want to smell sweet, perfumey, a little bit snackish, you still want to smell yummy and edible. I feel like this is, it doesn't scream Halloween to me, but I do feel like this would be a wonderful perfume to wear on Halloween, especially if you want to leave a really nice scent trail, a yummy snacky scent trail. This one projects, it lasts, it's gonna last you all evening or all day, whatever you end up doing, but Oud Tonka is gonna be just a fantastic option. Now back to the body mist. This next one is going to be Tease Candy Noir from Victoria's Secret. Now I believe this one is discontinued, but again, I know a lot of people was able to get their hands on this one. This is just the body mist version, and I do know that they had a they have a perfume of this as well, but I don't know if it's still in store. But this one, I'm not sure what the notes are in this one. I think one of them might be iris, but just to kind of compare, this one gives me vibes of like Guess Seductive Noir. Sounds like Mon Guerlain by Guerlain or Guerlain. Actually, I do believe this one has notes of raspberry in it as well. So it's again like another dark, kind of fruity, sexy fragrance. This one to me is a little bit more, I don't want to say soft in a way that makes it seem like it's not lasting or projecting, but it's soft in the way that it's blended. It kind of gives me like a cashmere type of vibe. It's just so pretty. I feel like this is a good date night perfume too. Even if you just have the body mist, I feel like you could get away with this and you would still smell expensive. But like I said, this one does give me a little bit of those darker, more sultry, sexy vibes. So this will be perfect to wear on Halloween, especially if you're going to like a Halloween party, like the nighttime type of vibe. This just screams nighttime. So this next one is going to be a little bit more on the higher end side of fragrances. This one is going to be from the house of Maison Diaba, and this is Rebirth. I have been waiting and waiting to pull this out for fall time, for like cooler weather. Now this was kind of branded as a perfume that will be good for like spring and summer. While I do agree with that, I think that this just smells like a sultry, sexy, seductive, like fall time perfume. Like those cooler nights, like the whiffs you're gonna get of this perfume. I think this is just, I feel like one for like the spookier type of vibe. Like if you like the spooky, kind of more dark, sultry, rosy perfumes, this is just gonna be right up your alley. So this one has like blackcurrant, saffron, rose, vanilla. It just has some of like those really nice kind of, I guess the ones you would almost expect to be in a niche perfume, but this is blended in a way where it's just extremely unique. It's not going to be like something that you've smelled before. It's not going to be like a repetitive type of perfume you have in your collection. This one, it has like a fresh rosy vibe, but when it dries down, to me it warms up on the skin. The saffron comes out a little bit more in the dry down than it does in the opening for me, but when the saffron opens up, the vanilla, I think there might be like sandalwood in it too. It has like a little bit of a woodiness in it. It just turns into this exotic, kind of sultry, seductive type of scent, where when I wear this or whenever I smell this, I think of like a rose crown, like a woodland fairy with a rose crown. I couldn't think of what I was trying to say. It screams like a woodland fairy, but make it like kind of a dark, sexy, femme fatale type of woodland fairy. That is how this smells to me. So if you're going as like a fairy or a princess or like a woodland goddess, I don't know, this would be phenomenal to wear for Halloween. You will definitely get attention with this one. You'll leave an amazing scent trail. I'm so happy the weather's getting cooler because I've been waiting and waiting and waiting to wear this one. So this next one, I know that a lot of people here lately have been able to finally get their hands on this one. This was a TJ Maxx find. This one is called Manifest Your Future by The Good Scent. Now I'm not sure where you can buy this online for any kind of affordable price, but in TJ Maxx you can get this one for like between like $12.99 to like under 20 bucks. This one, it literally smells like caramel, apples. I think there might be actually, yeah, so the notes are on the back of it. So the top notes for this one are candy apple, spiced pear. Middle notes are caramel, sugar, sage leaf, and then the base notes are coconut milk and vanilla cookie. This literally just smells like a Halloween treat to me. And I don't know how much you guys can see on the bottle there, but the bottle's super pretty too. I think the Good Scent bottles are actually really cute. They're kind of sleek, but they have these really cool designs on them. This one is probably one of my favorites. I am going to be honest with you guys though. I'm getting sick of this scent because this is a very sickeningly sweet perfume. It does dry down on the more caramelly vanilla cookie, maybe with like a little bit of toasted apple or like roasted apple on top. That is what I get from this one, but I have worn this so much that I almost made myself sick on it. It is that sweet. So you have to like sweet perfumes to like this one. You guys can see the dent. I have a couple backups of this one. It's so yummy, but I would not recommend overspraying if you do not like sickeningly sweet scents, because this one is exactly that. It's apple, caramel, cookies, vanilla, all of the sweet yummy treats mixed into one, almost like a Rice Krispie vibe with all of that mixed in. I feel like I get a marshmallowy vibe in there too sometimes whenever I wear it, but that could just be the cookie kind of coming out. If you want to smell like a yummy cookie on Halloween, Manifest Your Future by The Good Scent. Go pick it up from TJ Maxx. I'm sure you can find it there. This next one's going to be for the girlies that like more sweet, kind of flirty, fun perfumes, but still want like a candied floral type of vibe. That's going to be Sherosa 76. This one is probably, I would say, my favorite Sol de Janeiro. I think this was supposed to be a repackage of After Dark. I never smelled that one, but I've heard a lot of people confirm that it was. So this one here has notes of midnight jasmine, blackcurrant, and amber woods. This is not going to have you smelling like candy, cakes, snacks, anything like that. This one is just going to be more of like a vanilla, like a fruity vanilla candied floral type of scent. In the same vein as like Flower Bomb, Sensual Amber, Killer Queen by Katy Perry, kind of all those vibes mixed into one. It does have like a little bit of a more dark, sultry nighttime vibe in my opinion than those that I just named off, but I really think this would be great to pull out. You can put it in your hair, you can put it, I'm pretty sure it's going to be safe to put on basically every costume material too. Yeah, this one's just going to be a little bit more safe to put like in your hair, on your skin. If you're not wanting to spray something on like your actual clothing for Halloween, I think this is a great option. It's not going to dry your skin out or anything like that. I've never had that experience with Sol de Janeiro, but Sherosa 76, yummy, it's sweet. It's kind of, again, like a little bit more sultry, sexy type of vibe without smelling like cookies, snacks, anything like that. It's still gonna get attention, it's gonna leave a trail, and this actually lasts really well. So if you're wanting, I think they have small sizes of this too, so even cheaper than this one. If you're wanting to smell just kind of sexy, fun, kind of candied, playful, flirty, definitely grab Sherosa 76. Now here is one you guys have not seen me talk about in a minute. That is Alien by Mugler, if it's gonna focus. This has to be one of the best perfumes of all time. I don't know how it smelled before they reformulated it, unfortunately. I don't have the original formulation. I did have a dupe that was said to be exactly like the original, and I flew through that, but in my opinion they were basically identical to one another. This one is like a grapey, kind of candied jasmine. I think there's amber and some woodsy notes in there. This is such a unique perfume, and truthfully there's no way that I'm going to describe this that's going to be sufficient enough to where I feel like you guys have a good description of it. I will say it does have like a similar jasmine to what's in Pure Wonder from Bath & Body Works. Not dupes, not the same. But it does have that similar type of jasmine. But this one's going to be more of like a grapey, bubblegummy, very sweet type of jasmine that if you're not a fan of it, definitely skip over this one. If you don't like jasmine, skip over this one. If you don't like amber, skip over this one. But I would definitely say for you guys to go check this out in store. This is a classic perfume. It's loud. It kind of gives me like, and I mean this in the best way possible, like a sexy monster. So which I think it's going to be perfect for Halloween. The bottle even gives me like a little bit of a Halloween vibe. This was probably my #1 most worn perfume in like, I don't know, maybe 2021. I wore this non-stop, and the compliments, the sillage, every single time I leave the room, people could still smell it. I do think that this would be just one of the most perfect perfumes to wear for Halloween. If you love attention, if you love getting compliments, even if you just want to like smell and feel your absolute best, I think this is a good option. But again, probably not a safe blind buy. But I do think that at this point, most people have smelled this by now. So do with that what you will. But I just love Alien. This is the EDP, by the way. This is not the EDT. I have not smelled that one, so I can't confirm anything if it smells similar or not. But the EDP is one of my all-time favorite perfumes, and it's just the perfect jasmine. But at this point, I feel like you guys should expect this one from me, because I've always said this just is the epitome of fall time. I said that in my fall video, and this should come as no surprise to you. Camera by Lattafa. Now I know some people are going to say Angel Share is better, or they say like it's compared to Angel Share. I'm not comparing this to that at all. I've not smelled Angel Share. I don't really care to. Like, I would love to smell it, but I don't love like super apple, like a spiced apple heavy perfume. While I do enjoy like the more candied apple, I don't know how much I would enjoy like a very spicy apple. I don't want to smell like an apple candle or anything like that. So that's where this comes in. This one is like, Oh, it smells so good. Like a boozy apple pie, but without the apple. Maybe like if you guys have ever seen like a can of apple filling, like apple pie filling, take the liquid that's in there, that like, I don't know if it's preservatives, like the sugar, the syrups, or what. Take like the syrupy liquid that's in the can of apples and put it in the pie. Leave the spices, the crust, everything. Add a little bit of booze, like a little bit of maybe like a bourbon or a very sultry, deep whiskey, like a dark whiskey. That is Camera. It's just so perfect. I feel like you really do have to like the more spicy type of perfumes to like this one. But again, this one is not like overly spicy. It's just like a very nice, yummy blend of those fall spices and maybe like a touch of like the apple syrup and lots of vanilla extract. This one does have a lot of vanilla in it, especially in the dry down. So if you guys like that kind of vibe, I definitely think that you'll like this one. This one would be so delicious to wear on Halloween. It's yummy, it's edible, but it's still very sexy, very sultry. I do think this would be good for like the nighttime type of vibe. Maybe the daytime too, maybe like trick-or-treating, but I think this one would be more leaning towards like your nighttime parties, like your Halloween parties, costume parties. I think this one would be absolutely magical, and it just fits the whole vibe. It fits the theme. It's not pumpkin-y, but it just has that fall kind of harvest, sexy nighttime feel. So the next one I have here is another fragrance mist. I have gone through countless amount of bottles of this perfume, or this body mist, but this is Forever Red from Bath & Body Works. So this one has notes of fiery pomegranate, red peony, rich vanilla rum, and oak wood. So I've said it a million times, I will say it again. It smells like a boozy, sexy Swedish fish. It literally just smells like a boozy candy. And I know that's gonna be what a lot of people are vibing with on Halloween, the Halloween parties. I know that a lot of people are going to want to eat a lot of candy. They're going to want to drink, play games, whatever you're going to do. I feel like this one just fits that vibe so well. It's still very sexy, but it also kind of has that like yummy, mouth-watering, edible vibe while still having a little bit of that like really yummy, sweet, boozy vibe to it. If you had like just a very fruity, sweet liquor, and then you put the Swedish fish in there to soak in it, that's exactly what this smells like to me. Like maybe like a pomegranate, type of liquor. I'm not even sure if that's a thing, but I'm sure you guys get what I'm saying. It just has that very yummy, sexy kind of, it doesn't smell like alcohol, like in a sense of like you're gonna smell like beer or vodka. It just has that like a very exotic mixed drink kind of vibe to it. So you're not gonna smell like you just walked out of a bar or anything like that. It's just gonna smell very yummy, sweet, like I said, just very fun, flirty, and playful. You're gonna smell like candy on Halloween, and who doesn't want that? So the last perfume I'm gonna talk about in today's video, that is going to be Cherry Ambition by the 7 Virtues, if it'll focus on it. So this one has obviously like a very heavy cherry, but it also does have like a lot of vetiver in it and some marshmallow. I don't know if it has the notes on here, I can't remember. Yeah, it doesn't have the notes on the bottle, but this one's like a very sweet, kind of fluffy, sexy cherry. This one is going to be a little different from like your Tom Ford Lost Cherry or your Kayali, I think Burning Cherry is the name of it. It's going to be a little bit different than those. It has its own scent profile. It doesn't smell overly cherry. While it's definitely there, the vetiver and the marshmallow, I think there's also vanilla in it. The vanilla definitely comes out on my skin when I wear this one. It has like a candied cherry, a touch, maybe like a tiny touch of like a booziness to it, but it's not overpowering. It just smells more like a candied cherry with like a sultry vetiver and vanilla scent trail behind it. So whenever I put this one up to my nose, I smell cherry, marshmallows. I just smell those very sweet cherry notes. But whenever if I like waft my arm or like move my arm whenever I'm wearing this one, I get like a seductive cherry. You can still smell the marshmallow in there, but the vanilla and the vetiver just deepen this so much, making it like super sultry, super sexy. I love this one. This is probably one of my favorite cherry perfumes of all time. I would say it's right up there with Burning Cherry from Kayali. I only have a travel size of that one. I need to pull that one out and wear it again just to see if I want to get a full bottle of it. But until then, I absolutely love the Cherry Ambition perfume from the Seven Virtues. This is also a clean brand, but you guys, this lasts for so long. I get probably like 10 to 12 hours out of this one, especially now that it has sat, and that is on my skin. You're gonna be leaving a scent trail all day, all night. Whatever your plans are, you can put this on in the morning and you're still gonna smell it literally through the evening. It is that strong, but it's not cloying. It's not like sickeningly sweet. It does have a little bit of a syrupy vibe to it, not like a maple syrup vibe, but just like a very thick cherry syrup, but with just so much more blended in. I cannot get enough of this one. And again, this one screams like fall time to me. So if you like a maraschino cherry, you want to smell sexy, but you still want to smell fun and flirty and playful, and you're absolute most confident, this one is definitely one to check out. Now, the last one that I have here, this is the last fragrance mist, the last one of all of them that I've named off so far. This is going to be Bare Vanilla Candied. So yes, the original Bare Vanilla will absolutely be perfect. Any of the flankers honestly would be perfect, but Bare Vanilla Candy just has that little extra fun, flirty kind of essence to it. It still smells like the original Bare Vanilla, but just a little more. It has strawberry sprinkles, marshmallow flower, and it says it's a nostalgic twist on Bare Vanilla. To me, this one almost smells like a Bare Vanilla, maybe with like a really fluffy cotton candy mixed in. Now, obviously cotton candy is not in the notes, but I think that it just has like a really nice, yummy candied vibe to it while still being very sultry and seductive and sweet. I think this might be one of my favorite flankers ever from Victoria's Secret. If you guys were able to get your hands on Bare Vanilla Candied, wear this for Halloween. Wear it for your Halloween parties. This is perfect for trick-or-treating because you'll still smell good, feminine, flirty. You'll still smell kind of like a candy. It's just so good. I really wish everyone was able to get their hands on this one because it was probably one of the best flankers they brought out. If you have the original, you don't need this one. If you have this one, maybe you don't need the original, but it's different enough to me that I have both. I love pulling this one out for like the cooler days, but like whenever I still want to smell like good and flirty and just kind of yummy, but still sexy. So I think this would be a great option. The marshmallow is definitely in there too. I think that kind of gives it this fluffy yumminess. It is almost mouth-wateringly good, but if you guys have this one, please pull it out for Halloween. You can layer this one with basically everything. I just realized I forgot one, and I'm gonna go back to that one in just a second because I just remembered I was gonna talk about a layering combo with this one with you guys, but this one is good for layering, and that kind of leads me to the one that I forgot. And I don't know how I could forget this one because this is the one that like ultimately made me decide to film this video. This is LYRA Candy from Lattafa. This is like a strawberry and blackcurrant candy. This is my favorite flanker. This is my favorite LYRA. Top favorite LYRA. This one beats out the LYRA 2-spec there. It beats out the white one. It beats out the original, and you guys know that was one of my favorite ones. This one, it's creamy, it's sweet, it's feminine. It's just so good. And I know a lot of people say that it's not good. It's screechy. it's not blended well, blah, 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 blah. I disagree. I think this one is blended beautifully, especially after it sits for a little bit. This one is so good to the point where my mom went on vacation, my mom and dad went on vacation, and I wore this one over to their house, and my mom fell in love with it to the point where I just let her have my bottle so she could take it on vacation with her. It was that good. She said she got complimented on it a bunch of times, and she ended up buying me another bottle because this is not one that I can be without. I was ready to go buy another bottle right away. But LYRA candy has to be probably one of the best like strawberry candy perfumes ever. Like I said, it has a little bit of a creaminess in there, but it's still very sweet, candied. The blackcurrant definitely shines through for me. And I think first of all, if you guys have Burberry Her or Burberry Her Elixir, it's nothing like those. I'm actually to the point where I cannot stand Burberry Her Elixir. There's just something about the muskiness in it now that I do not like anymore. I'll still finish my bottle off, but it's not one of my favorites anymore. I used to adore it so much. This is a million times better, in my opinion. Way better. If you're looking for like a milky, creamy strawberry, like a candied strawberry, I think that it was like strawberry fizz or strawberry candied fizz or something like that. That's exactly what this smells like. There's blackcurrant. I can't remember if there's marshmallow in there, but sometimes I feel like I get a hint of like a marshmallowy vibe. If you guys like strawberry, or you want to smell like candy, and you want to smell like candy on Halloween, this one, LYRA candy. It is just so perfect. It's yummy, it's mouth-watering, delectable, flirty, sexy, fun, all of the things. And you can layer it with bare vanilla candied. It is like a match made in heaven. So that was my top picks to wear on Halloween. I hope you guys got inspired to pull one of these out for Halloween to wear with your costume. I know some people like to match their perfumes to your costumes. That is me. I am that person. But if you guys decided to go with one of these for Halloween because of me, or if you already had your perfume planned out, let me know what you're gonna wear. Let me know your costume. Leave me some spooky emojis in the comments down below. Get in the spirit of Halloween, of the spooky season, of spooky vibes. It is my favorite time of year. So I hope you guys have fun. Be safe this Halloween. Don't go out alone. Please don't go out alone. Just be aware, stay on guard, make good decisions, eat lots of candy, and I hope you guys have a happy Halloween.